Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. What's good, everybody? Welcome to Giants Outsiders, episode 11. You know the vibes, the hardest voice of sports, Fist Vegas, the Daniel Jones advocate, Fist Vegas, the man who sees the future. You understand me? Your future is my past, Fist Vegas, joined by his esteemed co-host, the man who called out Mark Holmes and we waiting on a reaction, Kai Pizzle. What's up, baby?
You ain't going to get a reaction because Mark knows what the hell's about to happen on Monday night.
Tell him, Pizzle.
He
Reiterate
it. This. All they got is Micah Parsons. That's it.
Man, I mean,
that's all they selling us is Micah Parsons.
I mean, they got a nice TV in the stadium too. I mean,
man.
Oh
my God. And I'm sure we're gonna talk about that game. We got a lot to talk about tonight, right? We got tons to talk about.
We definitely got tons.
I mean, the Giants are 2-0. We feeling good. We got to talk about that Carolina game real fast. We got some drama. We got a little bit of drama going on. We finally got something good going on. But as it be the New York Giants, we got to have some drama.
Which is Babel fault, but we're gonna get into that.
And then we got to talk about this Cowboy game coming up.
Yes, we absolutely do. Y'all know y'all better be hitting that like button. I want 100 likes. I hate when Capizzle and I got to interrupt a good conversation, a good debate, because y'all not hitting the like button. So as y'all flock into the stream, hit the like button. Y'all better be real happy YouTube has not implanted a like button detector, because if I could see who was in my shows not hitting the like button, I would ban the hell out of y'all. I would send y'all to the fire like Dr. Evil used to do in his leg. Just press a button and poof, y'all be gone. It's just, because it's so disrespectful that you come into the show and don't hit the like button. I mean, like, would you go into another man's house and not take your shoes off?
Gotta take the shoes off.
Gotta take your shoes. You gotta show respect. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the Giants putting hands on the Panthers. Pizzle, I want your take. What happened? What did you see?
I mean, so obviously the Giants should have really won that first half. Like, they should have really whooped the Panthers' ass after those first two turnovers by the Panthers early in that game, right? Especially the opening kickoff. I mean, we could have easily been a 14-0 from the jump. Instead, we had to settle for field goals. We up 6-0. We letting Carolina hang around. Our defense, still playing really nice, really good. Probably my favorite part about the team right now is the defense. They doing their thing, but at halftime, we got a tie game. Not a lot of, ain't no touchdowns happening. And then Carolina comes out right early, takes a touchdown lead. And our boy Danny and Saquon, they go down the field, get it tied back up. Danny had an unbelievable third down throw on that drive. And again, late in the game or in the fourth quarter, same as the Titans game. Don't know if we're going to win. Back and forth we go. Seems like we could lose it at any moment, and the Giants find a way to get the job done. So, was it a pretty win? By no means, but we're still a young team. A lot of stuff still being figured out. But we getting wins, and that's the most important thing, is we're getting wins. It don't matter if they're pretty or ugly. We getting dubs. And so that was really the thing that I'm most happy about, because obviously if they play like that where they have to settle for field goals, early in like they did early in that game, and then they end up losing, then you're gonna be bummed out because you know what could have been, but it didn't matter because we still got the job done because our defense is playing at a really nice level right now.
Agreed. And Daniel Jones, the anointed one, the chosen one, the one who fell from the sky to deliver the football giants from evil. He was clutch again.
Fish,
Okay.
I mean, he out there like what he out there, and I know we Daniel Jones truthers, but my man is out there with Seals, James, and Shepard as his receivers. Tony
Yep.
Golladay really didn't get a lot of action.
Yep.
They didn't get no. I mean, so where would these three receivers? No disrespect to them, but the three of them combined, Shepard, James, Seals, where would they rank in the across the whole league?
The bottom. I think the only thing worse
Damn near
than
near the
them,
bottom.
the only receiving core worse than that might be no, I think Chicago might be better because at least they got Darnell Mooney out there. I mean, the Giants have two practice squad players starting at receiver.
They special teamers.
Their special team is like the Giants, like they don't have any. I mean, damn, the only thing coming close is Chicago. That's it.
And
It's
the off and the off
Chicago and the Giants.
and the offensive line is not exactly ready yet. Like they doing okay.
Oh no, we're not gonna do that. Nah, the offensive line is fine. We not gonna slander
They
the
they
offensive
no,
line.
I'm not. Listen, they are better than they were a year ago.
Can
1,000%.
I answer a question, Pizzle?
Hit me.
Daniel Jones has all day to throw the ball. What else do you want?
I don't think he's got all day.
He's got enough time to make a read.
No, he got yes, he got
He's
enough
got
time.
plenty of
He,
time.
he got enough time. But this idea that he can go through, three different reads, three different progressions. Yes, at times he gets that, but not every time.
I
Not every
say
time.
majority of the time, Daniel Jones is patting the ball too much. He sits in the pocket
Baker,
and just
that's this particular game. Baker had more time to throw than Daniel did. If you want to give it an
um
example,
shout out to Cordy Court. Told y'all Baker was trash,
is
chunky.
Curdy Kurt.
Oh, shout out to Curdy Kurt. No, shout out to Curdy Kurt. Yeah, look, we all knew Baker was trash. Notice I didn't rub it in. I didn't bring up how he disrespected Daniel Jones. I didn't bring up how he disrespected the fan base. I let him live. Largely because he's on Carolina. And I don't want to slander the hometown team but so much. But
You wasn't one of them dudes that said Baker was better than Daniel, was you?
who? Me?
You.
Nah, I've been out on Baker. Nah, I
Okay,
don't
I'm just
know. I've
making
been out
sure.
on Baker.
Because
Nah, because my thing
there was some people out there talking
nah, I never
Baker being
said that.
better than Daniel.
I never a day in my life said Baker was better than Daniel. I've never liked Baker. On my original channel with the 11,000 subscribers or whatever, um, draft night, I never wanted him because I was like, I don't want a white guy who can't outrun the cops. You can't be a white athletic quarterback and you can't outrun donut eating cops. Remember when he got caught on camera running from the cops? They hawked his ass down. Like, if you can't outrun Krispy Kreme eating motherfucking cops, how you gonna outrun defensive linemen?
Daniel
I
don't
was
get
out after that.
Daniel don't get enough credit for the way he runs. He
He
really don't.
doesn't, because everybody hates Daniel Jones. They like Daniel Jones, and you know what? Every now and again, right? I have to look in the mirror and evaluate myself. And I see why people think I'm foolish now. I see why people think I'm delusional because Daniel Jones, now that we're 2-0 and the media has to talk about the Giants more than they actually want to, I'm starting to see how little respect he has across the world.
He
They
gets no
give him
yeah.
no credit, no respect. They talk about Daniel Jones like he's a practice squad player. So when I come and say all these glowing things about him, people look at me like I'm side, like they look at me sideways. And now I understand why. Because everybody belittles him. He gets no respect. So when Kyle Pizzle and I say good things about him, we look crazy because the narrative on Daniel Jones is he stinks. That's the narrative that the media has painted on this kid, is that he stinks. And they don't watch the Giants. Like, let me ask everybody in the stream a question. Let me ask y'all a question because I'm here for y'all. I want to open your third eye a little bit. Let's dig into your third eye a little bit. The Giants have been a poverty franchise since the boat trip, right? Let's talk about this. National television. How often do you see them talk about the Giants if they're not playing the Cowboys or the Eagles? How many seconds do you see on the Giants? I'm sure everybody in here could count on one hand how many times they even remotely see a Giants highlight outside of a Cowboy game or if we play Mahomes or something, right? We can agree on that, right, Copizzle?
I mean, if it depends
90
on what depends
not
on
a
what
highlight
network.
show, but the talking head show.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, well, depending on what network. I mean, it really. I mean, ESPN is they got Dallas Cowboys on their chin,
Yeah, but the point
nuts
I'm
on their
trying to
chin.
make is Giants don't get covered,
No,
right?
they don't get covered
Yeah.
like that.
So that's the point I'm trying to make. The point is the Giants don't get covered, right? So if they're not talking about the Giants on national television, how many of y'all think that people on national television are watching the Giants? So think about that. If they're not going to talk about the Giants on their job, because their television show is their job, if they're not going to talk about the Giants, this is not just the Giants. This goes for the Lions. This goes for the Jaguars. This goes for all the poverty franchises. The Jets. They're not watching us. So when you turn on your television and they bury the Giants, they don't watch the Giants. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't. Don't listen to them. Listen to us. They don't know what they're talking about. So when you turn your television on and you see that they say the Giants are the worst 0-2 team on the planet, they're the worst 0-2 team we've ever seen, ask yourself, why are they saying that? Open your third eye for a second and ask yourself, why is the media saying that the Giants are the worst 0-2 team in the league?
2-0
I'll
team.
answer the question for you. They don't want us to win. We're going against the narrative. We're going against the grain. We are breaking the rules. The rule says that the Giants are supposed to be fucking garbage. We are supposed to stink and get laughed at and be memed for all of fucking perpetuity. But we're 2-0 and they can't stand it. So instead of giving analysis on the Giants, instead of talking about what's right with the Giants, they gloss over it with a broad stroke and say we were lucky and our day is coming. Ignore them and keep the receipts. Like Robert Salah said, keep the receipts because there's going to come a day to bring this rant full circle. There's going to come a day where the Giants are regularly winning. We are going to be regularly winning, and they're going to have to actually watch us because they're going to have to talk about us because we're winning. And when they actually watch us and they want to slurp Daniel Jones, they want to slurp Xavier McKinney, when they want to slurp Leonard Williams and Adoree Jackson and Andrew Thomas, who PFF just said is the best left tackle in football. When they want to give our players credit, remember how they talked about us when we was down. Keep your receipts because the day is coming. The day is coming.
They can't. The national media. There's so many dudes within that, you know, field that have trashed Daniel Jones that they can't go back on it.
Exactly.
They can't go back on
They
it.
can't.
They literally they know that there's too much content out there that they've already put out there. How terrible Daniel Jones is. How this and that. They can't talk him up. They can't. Period.
They can't.
They
I
just can't
watched
do it.
Nick Wright. The perfect example what Pizzle is talking about. I watched Nick Wright go on TV last week and say the Panthers are going to beat the Giants because I can't live in a world where Daniel Jones is 2-0.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, that's exactly what Nick Wright said. Nick
I mean,
Wright,
he's
yeah,
an
I can
idiot.
pull the clip.
I heard the clip too with his stupid ass slick back hair. I mean, it's crazy. Like the way he said that was like, what? What? Who made you God?
Exactly. And shout out to Agent Trotsky. Okay, first off, Kenny G has to go. That's the wrong energy. I saw your post and I'm disappointed. Second, I pray that Tony gets reps. He grinds. Okay, so I'm gonna put a bow on the Panther game because that's the Kenny Golladay is our next topic. So Pizzle gave his observation on the Panther game. I'm gonna get mine. The defense is hell. I love the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, I'm watching Daniel Jones, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be patient with him because he's throwing to Sills and Richie James. I think it,
And it's
he's
his
in a
second
new
game.
offense.
Second game of the new offense.
It's the second game in a new offense, and he's throwing the practice squad players. With Daniel Jones, instead of focusing on the one route that he missed Tony on, right? Instead of focusing on that, Tom Brady, because the title of my next video is Tom Brady with legs. Out of that'll drop on. I might drop it tomorrow, and then I'll do my preview Friday since we don't play till Monday. But my next Daniel Jones video is titled Tom Brady with legs. It'll drop probably this week, and I don't know because I got 4 videos in the tank I got to drop for y'all. But Tom Brady been making randoms work his whole career, and he gets praise to the moon for it. Giants fans have a quarterback who's 2-0 right now, throwing the practice squad players, and all they can focus on is what he's not doing. Don't you see something wrong with that, Pizzle? Because instead of going out there and fucking up like Jameis did, instead of going out there and forcing the ball and throwing 3 interceptions like Jameis did, Daniel Jones is methodical, tactical, and extremely careful with the ball. He doesn't make big mistakes. He makes the plays he has to make, and we win games. Why is that not good enough for y'all?
I would argue that needs to take more chances.
Nah, I disagree. Not with these receivers.
Oh no, I mean
Not
no,
with these receivers.
well, yeah, that's a good point. Not with these receivers, but it's almost as if like a lot of times he does like to play it safe, which sometimes isn't a bad thing because obviously he's being critiqued left and right. So I mean, it's almost like he can't even take chances because if he did take a chance and it goes bad, then it's just oh he's awful, he's terrible. The media just runs the damn math about him. But I mean, you're right. The receivers you can't take chances with because it ain't like they're gonna go up in Moss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you really want to throw a double cover ball to Richie James?
Yeah.
You want to throw a back shoulder throw to Sills on
Hey,
the
I'm gonna tell you
sideline
what.
against J.C. Horn?
I give credit to James though because he has came in and stepped up and has been that big money player for Jones in big situations. So I give him a lot of credit. But that just seems to be the narrative, with this Giants team is they're getting the job done with pretty much very little.
They are. And you know what else is very little? My like count. We need 35 likes to get to 100. We got 150 people in here. See, this is what I'm talking about. We shouldn't have to interrupt a good conversation to tell you to hit the like button. 155 people and I can't get 100 likes. I can't get 35 of y'all to hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kyle Pizzle, we flown. We having a good conversation, but we got to interrupt it because y'all want to hit the like button. But Pizzle, here's a deal, baby. Here's a deal. Daniel Jones needs weapons. Okay, what this what Brian Dable is doing with Kenny Golladay and Kadarius Toney, it's wrong. It makes no sense. If Kadarius Toney can't play because of a hamstring issue, don't play him. If Kenny Golladay is practicing all week and you don't like how he's practicing, don't play him. Don't embarrass Kenny Golladay. Like I said, I said send Kenny Golladay home. If Kenny Golladay is going to be a problem, send him home. But don't emasculate that man like that. That was terrible what Brian Dable did to Kenny Golladay on Sunday. That was horrible. That was horrible coaching. That was horrible people skills. You only do something like that to somebody if you don't like them and you're trying to make an example out of them. So, like I told y'all yesterday, Kenny Golladay is gone. And I'm not talking physically, I'm talking mentally. He'll never trust Dable because you can't do that to Golladay. If you're not going to play Golladay, don't play him. Don't let him sit on the bench so the whole world can see that he's got bench for David Sills. That's embarrassing. Not when he's getting the $21 million, whatever he's getting this season. You can't do that. And that's why I posted the clip a couple hours ago before Pizzle and I went live. I posted a clip of Kenny Golladay at his locker talking about the situation. And you notice Kenny Golladay said, I should be playing regardless. That's because Golladay got the bag. He's the man. You paying him this money, he should be playing regardless. You don't play a practice squad player over Kenny Golladay. That's not what you do. If Dable don't like Golladay, if the Giants don't like Golladay, then send him home. Don't embarrass that man like that. That was my take on the Golladay situation. How did you feel about it?
Well, I mean, but okay, Fizz, have you heard? You have heard. You've heard people say, "Oh, Dable had to inherit Daniel Jones, right?" Or Daniel Jones isn't Dable's guy, correct? You've heard that term. You've heard people, the geeks kind of say that stuff, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
That Kenny Galladay's the same thing. Like, what if Kenny Golladay just isn't the type of player Dable likes? What if he just, he's inheriting this player? Like, what if that's really the case? And then you realize, like, I can't work with this guy's skill set. Isn't what I Dable is clearly sending messages left and right from the get go.
It's the mind games.
I mean,
They've been
but
playing
he did
mind
it.
games since he
But
got
they
it.
did it. They did it with Blake Martinez too, though. Fitz, where it's like, hey, we're gonna need you to take a pay cut if you want to stay around. Martinez didn't want to do it. They cut his ass, or they released him. Tony. I think the same thing's going on with Tony. I think Tony's actually now. Tony got more snaps previous or
He
this
got
last game,
15 snaps. Whoop de do.
but that's double than what he got in the Titans game.
That don't make it right.
No, I'm not saying it makes it right, but it double. There's something still going on with Tony outside of being injured. And
It's
so to
Dable.
me, I agree. What I'm saying is he's done this to numerous players, and each one of them have acted clearly different, right? They have. I mean, some of them have taken a pay cut. Some of them didn't take a pay cut. Some of them have been, even though they're not getting the playing time. I mean, I give Tony this. He's still been has still been a team player. You know, positive on the sidelines. Giving decent interviews where he's not like today with Galladay. I mean, as a fan, I mean, I agree with you. It does seem like Galladay's just mentally checked out, just gone. Like, see ya. And so I don't really know. I don't really know where Galladay is going from here. And this is one of the biggest issues that I felt like going in this season was a problem for this Giants was this receiving core because on paper it really seemed good, but when you really dug deep and you realized there's issues with each guy, you could see it was going to fall apart. It could fall apart at any moment. And so um, Galladay's just not handling this very well. He's
He
not.
shouldn't know. Like
Well,
this
I
is
mean,
the
but is he?
biggest thing.
But here's the thing, though. He hasn't played good since he's got here,
It
and that
doesn't matter.
he didn't play good last year. He didn't
It
get a
don't
damn
matter.
touchdown.
It doesn't matter though.
But it does. But Fizz, it does matter in the longevity of
Okay,
things.
so that's the case. Then bench Daniel Jones. Bench Saquon sorry ass too because he ain't do shit when Daniel Jones got hurt. Why
No, no,
why
no,
why we
no, no.
can't
I
call
know.
for attention
We're
if
talking about this
Saquon on
year.
the team?
We're talking
No,
about
you
this year,
brought up
not
last
last
year.
year. No, I'm
No,
saying the
you
reason I
brought up
bring up
last year though.
last year is because I'm saying as a fan, I don't care if we have Kenny Galladay at this point
No,
because
my point.
it's not like with the previous regime that he made this strong crazy impact anyways. It's not
But the
like he was
point,
killing it and now we got a new coaching staff and the coaching staff is being rude to him or something.
yeah, but the point is though, the whole team was garbage last year. Saquon was
Okay.
trash last year. The only
Hmm.
player who was worth a damn last year was Daniel Jones. And when he got hurt,
Correct.
Galladay was there, ain't do nothing. Tony was there, ain't do nothing. Saquon was there, didn't do a damn thing. I mean, was it? I could have sworn Saquon was in the backfield on that 39 QB sneak. Shh,
Maybe
don't tell nobody that, but he was there. So,
maybe
because the narrative is Saquon Barkley carrying the Giants right now, which is a false. It's a lie. The narrative is it's Saquon a bust. That's a lie. The reason we're winning right now is because Daniel Jones is here. We don't win without Daniel Jones. If you took Daniel Jones off the Giants right now, we wouldn't win another game. We win
Oh,
win.
well, that's the thing too. I think he's elevating other people's games too that they say he doesn't do
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's
So to
obviously
bring it
taking special teamers and turning them into
exactly, he's taking
receivers.
special teamers and winning games. So here's a point I'm trying to make. Let's bring this full circle for a second. Golladay should get the same clean slate that Danny got and the same clean slate that Saquon's got. But you had said something, and because they don't want to hit the like button, thank you for hitting the like button. We're at 100 likes less than 30 minutes into the show. Thank you for hitting the like button. But before I had to rant about the like button, Pizzle, I wanted to bring something up to you because you said Daniel Jones is too conservative. And I saw people in the comment section talking about Daniel Jones as a game manager. Well, guess what? Joe Shane, you should have gave him a fifth year option because you're sending mixed messages. And this coaching staff sends a lot of mixed messages. You could tell by the way the players talk. They send a lot of mixed messages. So what bothers me is Dable cannot go and tell Daniel Jones to let it rip and take chances when if he turns the ball over, he's gonna get benched or he might not get a
No,
contract extension. Now, hold on, let me
okay,
finish for a second.
yeah, go ahead.
Joe Shane should have gave him a fifth year option. If Joe Shane gives Danny a fifth year option, then Brian Dable can say, "Yeah, Danny, go out there, make mistakes, let it rip, take some chances." Then Danny will say, "You know what? Okay, let me go do that. I got my fifth year option. They believe in me. Let me go out there and cut a rug." But because you take Danny's fifth year option off the table, you fucking with his livelihood. All Daniel Jones is thinking right now is, let me put some good tape on let me put some good tape out there for the other 31 teams. So let me go out there, show I don't have to make mistakes, show I can lead a team. So next year when Joe Shane gets rid of me, I could go to another team and compete for a starting job and not be labeled as a turnover machine. If you got to look at it from Daniel Jones' perspective, so when Daniel Jones goes out here and he says, "I'm not gonna throw the Tony on a deep crosser. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck this ball and try and run. I'm gonna
Mhm.
play it safe." That's because he doesn't have a fifth year option. You playing with this man's livelihood here.
Let me okay, I want you. I'm glad you brought up the Tony Cross. I'm glad you brought up that play because I saw people on Twitter talking about that. And I'm not gonna. Yeah, yeah. When you look at it like that, yeah, Tony's open. I get that. I understand that. But again, do we 100? There's something big going on with Tony. I personally believe. My guess is he doesn't know the playbook
It ain't
deeply.
that. It's
Man,
not
it's
that.
I think deeply he doesn't know the playbook. He has a hand. He has a hand. Not a handful, but a decent little amount that he
So what's
knows.
Galladay's excuse?
Hold on. Let me say this about. Let me finish about Tony. Is that I feel like I don't know if Daniel trusts Golladay because he knows there's something going on. So when you see Tony running wide open as a crosser, and Danny, what if? How do we know that Tony even ran the right route? How do we know? We don't even like. That's the thing. We don't know for sure that he even ran the right route. We can say, yeah, he did, and Danny missed him. That's fair. But then at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if Tony just ran the wrong damn route. Now, as far as what's Galladay's excuse, I just don't. Man, okay, take it like this, Fifth. If he was on the Bills, because obviously that's where Dable comes from, right? Or even the Chiefs. Say the Chiefs. Where's Galladay on that team? Is Galladay starting over Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs?
All right, I'm back.
Is
My
he,
bad, Pizzle. Last thing I heard you say was maybe Tony ran the wrong route. That's the last thing I heard you say.
no, I was suggesting that we don't even know for sure if Tony even ran the right route. He probably did, but I'm saying there may be some type of trust issues with Danny and Tony right at the moment. Now with Galladay, I was bringing up the fact of man, where would since Dable came from the Bills, is Kenny Galladay starting over Gabriel Davis
Yes.
or Stephon Diggs
Well,
right now?
no, because Dable doesn't like him. I mean, Dable. That's a bad
You think
example.
he's starting over Gabriel Davis right now?
He's a better receiver than Gabriel Davis. Yes.
I don't know
Galladay's
about that.
not. Listen, if you, how about this? How about we go send Galladay to the Cowboys and see what he does? How about we go send Galladay to Aaron Rodgers to see what he does? How about
Is
that?
any Cowboys receiver eating right now?
I don't know. CD Lamb and Noah Brown did pretty good against the Bengals. You want to be technical, but the point is, I think Pizzle. Here's the deal. I get what you're saying. I completely understand the angle you're coming from, but at the end of the day, Dable is doing something, and hopefully it doesn't backfire on him. Dable right now he's playing mind games, and I just hope it don't backfire on him because the people he's playing these mind games with are the wrong ones. That might work on Danny because Danny just seems like a nice guy who will fall in line. That might work on him, but the games he's playing with these receivers, I'm not sure it's gonna work on their personalities. Eventually, Tony's gonna buck. If Tony don't start catching balls, if Tony don't start getting in games when he's healthy, he's gonna buck. And Golladay on Monday Night Football, if that man dresses and doesn't get the ball, he's gonna buck. So
Yeah.
it's like
No, I
you
don't think
they're
Galladay
gonna
wants it.
buck.
I don't think he wants another situation like he just went through at Carolina against
Yeah,
Carolina.
like if you emasculate that man on Monday Night Football, he gonna buck. And the thing with Dable, and I just think Dable, I, I'm not even disagreeing with Dable. My thing with Dable is from the outside looking in, it looks like you playing mind games with these dudes, and it's not going to end well. My advice to Dable is to think 3 steps ahead. If you know Kenny Galladay's not in your future and you want nothing to do with him, then get him off the fucking team.
Yeah,
Send
but
him home.
Fitz, my advice to Kenny Galladay is get you do something that makes Dable put you back in the lineup.
No, you can't do that. You
I
can't
think
do
you
that.
can do that. Why
No, because
why in the
Galladay just
hell?
came out and said I practiced my ass off all week and they gave me 2 snaps.
What if Dable don't think he practiced
Who
his
the
ass
fuck
off though?
cares? You getting $21 million. You go
I
out
don't
there and
think
earn your
Dable,
check.
but Dable and Joe Shane didn't give him that
Who the fuck is
contract.
Dable? Dable, you're not Belichick.
They
You
didn't
can't
give
go
him that.
tell a
These guys
$21 million
did.
receiver to eat
These these
shit.
these guys didn't give him that contract,
Yeah,
Fizz.
but he's there though.
I
He's
know
still
he's there, but
there.
they may think he's dog shit.
Then send him home. Don't embarrass the guy and let him play 2 snaps. Send him home.
We might need him if somebody gets hurt.
No, it doesn't work like that. Because if I'm Kenny Golladay, I'm telling Dable to suck my dick because you're gonna pay me this money whether I play or not. John Mara
Yeah,
has to pay me this money whether I play 1 snap or 20 snaps. So don't come to me when you need me because these dudes start dropping balls or our defense can't hold nobody and we got to put points up and we can't do that because we're ill-equipped the receiver. Don't come to me when you need me. If I'm Kenny Golladay, I'm in the position of strength. Y'all are looking at this wrong. Golladay is in a position of strength because Brian Dable's burning bridges with the only other good receiver we have in Kadarius Toney.
it's
So
obvious
burning
that we
bridges
need.
with the other good guy, and you've already set the bridge on fire with me. So my question to Brian Dable is this: what happens when we start losing, Dable? What happens when this offense can't put up points when we got to play offenses like Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson who can score? What happens when we can't put points up because our receivers are inadequate? And now you got Galladay who don't want nothing to do with you, and now you got Tony who's just all over the place because you ain't playing him enough. What happens then? Everything's fine when we're winning. Pizzle, let me ask you a question.
You're okay if they said, hey, Galladay, we done with you. Go home.
Yes, yes, send
Okay.
him home. I'm cool with that. But let me ask you a question. Pizzle,
Go
let
ahead.
me ask you a question.
Yeah,
If
come on.
Joe Judge did this to Kenny Galladay, what would you say? Well, not you, Pizzle, because you think different. What would the media say? What would the media say if Joe Judge emasculated Galladay and Tony like that? What would they say?
I don't even know what they would say.
They would say he's baby Belichick. He's trying to be a disciplinarian. He's trying to
Okay,
be a hard
yeah,
ass.
that's cool. Okay,
Why they ain't saying that about Dable?
but why you really think that Dable's trying to be a hard ass?
Yes. Yes. Dable is doing something. He's trying to make a point. Or
Okay,
he's
if he's
doing
trying to be,
something. This is on Dable.
see, Tom Coughlin was a hard ass,
Yes. But here's the difference
which was
between
good and
Tom
bad.
Coughlin and Brian Dable. Tom Coughlin was not a first-time head coach. Tom Coughlin had been to a championship in Jacksonville. He had a resume. We're letting a first-time head coach come in here and fuck up the bag, literally. You're burning the bridge with our best receiver in Tony, and you're burning the bridge with our second best receiver in Galladay. So my question is this: when we need these dudes, don't call on them. Don't get mad at
Fizz,
Tony
no,
and Galladay if they're not there for you when you want them to be there, when you're treating them like shit to open the season.
Fizz, I think what is happening here is Dable is holding both Galladay and Tony accountable
Oh my
for
gosh,
they
fuck that accountability shit.
accountability for
Fuck
their
that.
actions.
Fuck
It
that
don't
shit,
matter.
Pizzle.
Fuck that.
Who
That's
cares? I don't
reality.
want to hear that. That's that Joe Judge, Bill Belichick bullshit. Don't nobody want to hear that. You win with talent.
You gonna hear it.
You win with talent. Don't nobody want to hear that holding people accountable.
But
How
they
about
st-
you?
but
What? What do you think about Mike Tomlin, Pizzle? How do you feel about Mike Tomlin?
all right, let me tell you what, Mike Tomlin don't ever have a receiver problem.
Well, shit, that man let Antonio Brown miss meetings and curse people out for years because he was productive. So don't give me that. Don't give me that. So don't sit here and act like, oh my gosh, we got to hold receivers accountable. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Well,
Stephon Diggs.
clearly they weren't seeing enough of his
Nah,
that
they
they
got
had
rid
to.
of him when he got old. No, when Antonio Brown got old, that's when he stopped putting up with
No,
it.
I'm talking about Dable and Golladay.
No, you stop giving Dable passes for benching good players.
I don't know
Because
if he's good. I don't think he's that good, Fisk.
no, but he's better than the practice squad players that are playing.
Kadarius
cannot
Tony,
tell me that you're
Kadarius
better than
Tony.
Golladay.
I can go with you on Kadarius Tony. I can say I can
So
agree with
Fields is
you on
better
that.
than Golladay. Richie
Who?
James is better than Golladay.
He's playing better.
Okay, moving on.
No, I don't want to move on.
Nah, we nah.
I
At that point, there's nothing to talk about.
I
Because
agree.
if
I
you
agree
think
with
that
you.
little of Golladay, then there's nothing to talk about.
I just don't think Galladay's that good anymore,
Okay,
Fisk.
so if you think that little of Golladay, then there's nothing to debate. If you think Sills and Richie James are better than Golladay at the moment, then there's nothing to debate.
I
There's
don't
nothing
know
to debate.
what. I really don't even know what to think of Galladay anymore. I really don't.
Okay, then. So
I
there's
got I
nothing to
got I
debate.
got that Evan Ingram vibes.
Shout out to Agent Trotsky. I get both of y'all, but Cop, what is Dave's holding Tony to? Maybe he didn't know the playbook, but he's a dog. He grinds. I disagree. We need Tony.
I'm cool with that. I'm when Fisk. I don't think both are. I don't think both situations are the same. I 1,000 like if you want to talk about talent, I agree. Tony's got talent. You know that you remember that play that Daniel had that rollout and it was scrambling around and they threw to Tony, big gain, and they had a flag, called it back.
Uh-huh.
That to me was the best play to me of the whole offense of the whole day. Of course, it didn't hold up, but it was like, oh, this is what they can do together when they both, they do something great together. Like they just showed you. Granted, it was a penalty and it was a flag, not on them two. They showed you, wow, this could be something special right here. It's going to take a little time, but it could show you. So Tony, I 1,000% talent. Still got a lot of juice. Love Tony. I don't know what the hell's going on with Tony and Dabs. But as far as Galladay, I don't think there's any juice with Galladay left.
Yeah, okay. And that's
I
the
just
funny
don't
part too, right?
I don't
We're
see
gonna
it,
get rid of
Fist.
Golladay. We're gonna get rid of Golladay. He's gonna go to another team. He's gonna be just fine. That's
Hey,
just it.
I hope he shows up Monday night and makes
He's
me eat my
not.
words.
He's not. The only
Well,
way. No, because at that point, Brian, okay, Dave, okay. I want to know. Because here's my thing. I personally just believe Dable don't fucking like him. Because we heard the reports in the preseason. Dable don't like the guy. We heard the reports.
what's what I'm saying? Like maybe he's
So
just
my
not his
whole thing
type
is
of
this.
maybe
I
he's not
don't.
his type of player.
It's not about him being this type of player. Sometimes you just don't get along with people. And I don't think he likes Golladay. I just don't think he likes the guy. And Brian Dable, knowing his job is secure, and they know they're getting rid of Golladay at the end of the year anyway, Dable probably said, fuck him. Fuck him. I'm going to be honest with you. Dable probably said, fuck him. Because what's he going to do about it? All Kenny Golladay can do is what he did at the press conference.
Okay, let me ask you this, Fist. Let me ask you this because I know what I think you might say to this. What if this is just a destination to eventually acquire an OBJ again?
I mean, that'd be nice.
Because I know
That
you
would be
love
great.
you some OBJ.
Shout out to RJ though. What's up, Fisk and Cop? Your life on the line. Are we trading Golladay and Tony before the dead? No, we can't because we can't eat the cap. Golladay is here. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Golladay holds the power because his contract is you can't do nothing with him. So Golladay at the end of the day is going to get paid regardless. That's what I mean by Golladay holds the cards. Because it doesn't matter what example Dable tries to make of him. It doesn't matter. He's getting that bag regardless. And Joe Shane wants that money at the end of the year, so he's not going to cut him or trade him. I'd be stunned if they trade him. Because if we trade him, I think we got to eat a $14 million cap hit. I could be wrong, but I think we got to eat that hit. Golladay is a giant, no matter what, for this season. And Dable's over here doing whatever, and it's not helping the situation. And as far as Tony goes, man, look, Tony's going to be here. I doubt we trade Tony. I doubt that. I doubt it. Because I doubt it. I doubt it. But with Joe Shane, nothing will shock me. I mean, have y'all been
if you watch the game, the Carolina game, very early in that game, they try to get Tony going.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did, Fizz.
Throwing that man bubble screens and shit.
Stop. They even gave him a handoff. Like they were
trying. Giving him bullshit. Yeah, send him down the field like he did versus Dallas. That's how you get him involved. Sending him little bubble screens and little flat routes.
It's more than what he got the first game, though.
But that's okay, Pizzle.
It's baby steps.
That's like going to your wife or your girlfriend and saying, "Yo, I'm gonna take you to Steak and Shake instead of McDonald's." It's better than where we went last week. What?
You still? It was baby step. We lead into the steak dinner.
It's this guy.
You got to show me you the good at the goods.
Yo, Pizzle, you a trip. Shout out to Peace and Love is God, man. I believe they didn't have enough time together. Man, nah. Look, I don't know who you're referring to, but Golladay been healthy all training camp, and as far as Tony goes, you're never gonna get chemistry with a guy if you don't play with him. So if you don't get reps with him on the field, how's it gonna happen? Whatever. Shout out to Jordan. Y'all heard about Dave's free FaceTime and free agents? Yeah, I did a video on it earlier about Odell. I definitely heard about that. I mean, look, I'm right about Odell. We shouldn't want a 30-year-old on 2 ACL surgeries. But at this point, I just want to get a receiver that Brian Dable likes so we can play him. Can we get a quality receiver that Dable likes so we can get Daniel Jones some help? Whoever Dable likes, can we just go get a quality receiver that Dable has a good relationship with and wants to play? Can we go do that, please? That's all I want. Just go find some talented receiver that can get open down the field for Danny that Brian Dable likes so he actually puts him on the field, and I'll be happy. Can we do that?
But see, I could see, and I don't know what, I agree with you. I don't know what Beckham would even be after the ACL surgeries.
Better than Sills and James, but I hear.
Yes, no, I understand. Yeah, I get that. What I was getting to was, I see his game being better in this offense than Golladay.
He's better than Golladay, though. Even on 2 ACLs,
yeah, but it's
but that's better route running than Golladay.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't know what OBJ is anymore.
At no point in Galladay's career, even in 8/49, September 21st, 2002, OBJ probably rehabbing in the pool right now. He's still better than Golladay.
at both of their primes, OBJ's better, no question.
OBJ better on one leg than Golladay. OBJ was playing with no ACL last year and was still smoking people on the Rams, bro.
Oh, he looked good in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the reports were that they messed up his ACL surgery the year before that, and he didn't have an ACL in this league. That's the reports. The reports was he didn't have an ACL. So my man Odell was literally getting open with one leg. He's like, that's God-given talent right there. You can't teach that. That's just in you. Oh, shout out to Peace and Love is God. That's not a super chat, but yeah, we're slating that. Since we speaking of wide receivers, your Pizzle, where your boy at?
I don't know.
Where your boy at, Pizzle?
I'm sad.
Where is your boy? I want to know. We asking.
That's why the hell with Golladay and Tony. Why ain't Slayton playing?
Where he in the witness protection program right now? Where is that dude at?
I agree. I agree.
My man Slayton out here snitching on drug cartels or something because they hiding that motherfucker. Where is he at? Talk to me. Where is Darius Slayton? First touchdown.
I think they saving him, Fizz. Yeah. I think they saving him.
Okay, sure, sure.
Think
But
they saved him.
look, to put a bow on the Kenny Golladay situation, the Giants. I think Dable. Look, I'm gonna support Dable. That's my head coach. But he's go. I just think. Look, all I'm saying,
I don't.
Dable is.
It's hard. It's hard to hate on Dable right now when they 2-0.
I'm not hating on Dable. I just think that
No,
Dable just needs to. If you don't want to play Galladay, send him home. You can play those mind games with Tony because Tony ain't done shit, and we ain't paying Tony shit. Who cares about Tony? Trade him. Who fucking cares? But when you're stuck with when the highest paid player on your team, once you alienate that guy, that's just a problem. You're creating a problem. So my thing with Dable is this: don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. You telling me David Sills had a better week of practice than Kenny Golladay? We're gonna play him over you. That's don't tell me that. That's bullshit. Because at that point, you think you Belichick. You think you're something you're not yet. That's ego. That's a whole lot of ego coming out of Brian Dable that I don't like because you're pissing on me and telling me it's raining. You said you went to the podium and said that Sills is better than Galladay. Well, if that's the case, then send Galladay home. Don't embarrass him like that and create a headline out of nothing. Because if Dable just sends Galladay home, then we don't have Galladay at his locker creating a fucking mess right now. We don't have Galladay leaving the team early on Sunday and not answering questions. We don't have Galladay sitting on the sideline looking like a fucking idiot. You're creating headlines that don't have to be there. Just send him home.
it's definitely Dable.
Simple as that.
It's definitely Dable first big test as a head coach.
It is. It is. And
You know
same
what I
thing
mean?
with Tony. It's
Like
but
like you may end up being right on this. Phil. Like I'm not saying you're going to end up being wrong on this. You may end up being right. Like this is a mistake by Dable to be going this route. But there is a chance like Dable ends up winning out of this deal. I mean we got to see how it plays out, right? But yeah, I mean this to me is his first real legit test because you follow the Giants long enough. If this goes south, if the Giants go on a losing streak, which I mean they should beat the teams that they got on deck, but if it gets bad, this is going to come back, and they going to start pointing the finger at Dable for this.
yeah, he better hope Wink Martindale keeps saving his ass because the minute Wink defense break down and Danny got to put up points and he can't do it because the receivers ain't shit, they're gonna be like, yo, why is Galladay not playing? Where's Kadarius
This
Tony?
would be a huge, huge, huge issue if they were 0-2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're giving him passes because we're winning. But y'all can't sit here and tell me. I want everybody in the chat to type Y for yes and N for no. If Joe Judge or Matt Patricia or Josh McDaniels, if one of those Belichick people was pulling what Dable is pulling right now, would y'all not say stop trying to be like Belichick? Who are you? Would y'all not be asking those questions? Because
Josh McDaniels is a terrible head coach.
I know, but the point is,
No, I'm just saying though.
yeah, Dable is doing stuff that this is a Joe Judge move, bro. Like you can't tell me this is not something that Joe Judge would. Hell, Joe Judge did it to Tony the first week of the damn season. Like, what are we talking about? So it was like, remember when Joe Judge had Tony on the bench and Tony was fucking pouting and shit? Remember that? Like this is he's doing, and y'all grilled Joe Judge for that. Oh, why is Tony not playing? Why is Joe Judge being a hard ass? Y'all just did this last year.
The
Y'all
frustration.
just did
I'm
this.
gonna say this about Tony. Like, and whether it's Joe Judge as his coach or Dable, it's so frustrating because that dude might be one of the most electric players to ever play for the Giants. Ever, like when you look at his skill set and what he does when he's got the ball in open field, he's special. He just seems like he's special. Yet we can't utilize his skill set.
They don't want to. Dable is the best play caller in football, and Mike Kafka just helped design one of the best offenses of football. They're not using Tony because they don't want to. And if I'm wrong about that, then that means Tony is hurt because Tony didn't practice today because of a hamstring injury. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna give Dable a break. I'm gonna give Brian Dable a break, and I'm gonna say this right. I'm gonna give Dable the ultimate pass right now, and say that Tony is hurt, and that's why he's not being used. I'm gonna say Dable is not gonna play Tony if he's not healthy enough to practice, and if you're not healthy enough to practice, you're not gonna play. I'm gonna go ahead and give Dable that pass. I can't defend Golladay, but I'll defend him on the Tony. I would give him a pass with Tony and say Tony is hurt. Tony's not practicing hard enough because he's hurt. Therefore, he's not gonna get playing time because we're not gonna set the precedent that you don't have to practice hard to play on this team. I'm gonna give Dable the pass for Tony. Golladay can't defend. I can't even try. That's just bad people skills. That's bad management. It just bad management. There's no other way around it. You can't defend what he's doing to Golladay. Shout out to Gmin973. Thanks for the support, bro. You didn't type a question for me, but thanks for showing love to the show, man. Shout out to Gman973. Shout out to my boy Ray. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. Love the content, Fisk and Cop. Much respect. I feel like Dable is making sure they stay healthy, especially since it's the beginning of the season, and we'll have them fully starting in October. Save ammo. I'm gonna lump this in with something somebody said in the chat about Golladay. It,
I don't think Ray might not even be wrong on that.
what's the wrong way of going about it though?
Well, look, they're clearly saving Slayton.
Sure.
But Tony's proven that he had. I mean, or Tony last year, or I mean, sorry, maybe he is concerned about stretching Tony out the whole year. So he kind of has him like on in a baseball terms like a pitch count. Worked him a little bit the first week, got him double the reps in the second week. Maybe he has double the reps, even more reps in the third. Like, who knows? Maybe he is working him as slow. So maybe Ray may not be that far off. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know if that's if I would agree with that in terms of Kenny Golladay, but Tony, yeah, I could agree with that on Tony.
Look, somebody said, "Do you think Galladay's comments are going to get him more playtime?" We gonna see who bend the knee first. We gonna see who bend
Oh,
the knee first.
we gonna find out for sure on Monday night.
Because if Golladay actually gets playing time, then that means Dable had to bend the knee. If Golladay don't get no playing time, that means Dable held his ground. So all that means is on Monday we will know. We gonna find out on Monday who won that little argument. We
But
gonna find out on Monday.
let me ask you this, Fist. Let me ask you this. The games that Golladay has started wearing a New York Giants jersey, wouldn't you think that if he plays Monday night, that Monday night should be his best game to date?
I have no idea. I don't know.
But motivation's got to be there.
No, it doesn't. He just
Why
got.
doesn't it?
He just got him big. No, because here's the thing. I'm a man with pride. I got kids. You don't play me like that. Who the hell is Brian Dable? You gotta look at it from Kenny Golladay perspective. You see, here's the problem, Pizzle. You're looking at everything.
But it ain't just Dable talking shit about him.
No, but he don't give a fuck about us. If you was making $17 million a year, would you give a damn about some beat writers or some pussies on YouTube talking about you? Come on, Pizzle. We don't care now.
Well, I was more so
care now. We ain't getting 17 million.
I was more so thinking about the beat writers, but I wasn't thinking about us.
Like,
I wasn't thinking about the people on YouTube. But I'll say I would think that Golladay, this would light a little a fire in his ass.
It's not going to light a fire under him because you saw his comments. Golladay feels disrespected. There needs to be I'm sorry's. There need to be Hallmark cards and flowers exchanged at this point.
Maybe there is going.
Disrespected him. Here's the thing. I posted the YouTube short. I posted a 30-second clip on the YouTube short, whatever. I posted a 30-second clip an hour before we went live of Golladay in his locker. Golladay specifically said I practiced all week and he didn't play me. And he went on to say, I should be playing regardless. And you know why he said that? He said that because he's the highest paid player on the damn team. Show him some respect. Dable not doing that. This isn't about motivating a player. This is about grown men having respect for one another. And when Dable does that to Kenny Golladay, he says, I don't respect you. I don't like you. Y'all got to look at this from Golladay perspective. Golladay was embarrassed. You don't play with nobody like that. You just basically told 31 other teams in the NFL that I'm not good enough to play over a practice squad player. What do you think that does to my market in 4 months? You taking food out my mouth. Who the fuck are you? Look at it from Galladay's perspective. See, most Giants fans want to look at it as, oh my gosh, he's playing bad for my team. Oh my gosh, Dable did this because it's in the best interest of the team. No, these are grown men with testosterone and emotions. Golladay wants another bag because he knows Shane is not keeping him in March. So when my man Golladay gets with his agent and he's like, bro, we got to have a good season so we can get another contract from another team, and you got this new coach coming in here benching me for a practice squad player, what message does that send to 31 other teams? Y'all got to look at this from Galladay's perspective. That's the point.
Fuck his perspective.
Then
go out there and make some plays, Fizz. Go make some plays.
He's not going to make plays for us because he don't like us. This is emotion.
Then go home.
Not playing Madden, bro. These dudes got emotions. They got feelings. They got pride. Why would Kenny Golladay go out there and play hard for the Giants? Give me one good reason why he should go out there and play hard for the Giants after what Dable did to him.
I don't know, but the way you just said pride, you sound like James Brown.
Hey, man, I might start dancing. Don't get, know what I'm saying? Don't get me started. I'm just trying to open y'all third eye and give y'all the perception, the perspective of the player, because sometimes as fans, we care so much about our team that we think these guys are just supposed to go out there and do his best for the team. It don't work like that. Why you think Daniel Jones is so conservative right now? They didn't give that man a 5th-year option. You think Daniel Jones gonna go out there and put it out all on the line and throw the ball all over the field and try and make plays for the Giants and risk turning the ball over when he don't got a contract next season? No, Daniel Jones gonna go out there, play conservative, not fuck up, and hope he gets paid by somebody else. Duh. Why would Daniel Jones go out there and fuck up his bag? For what? When all Daniel Jones got to go out there and do is not fuck up, and he'll probably get picked up by another team. It's a trickle-down effect. It is. It's a trickle-down effect.
Hey, we're going to see how this is going to play out.
Shout out to RJ. Remember, supporting Big Fist is supporting small businesses. Still think Dable's still a product of Josh Allen. Look what Allen doing in our offense is better than last year, but I'm still not impressed, especially in the first half of our games. First of all, Allen is that dude. Josh Allen's the best quarterback on the planet. But look, how many balls did Stephon Diggs catch on Monday Night Football? Remind me. Is there a Stephon Diggs walking through that door at MetLife?
I agree with you. I mean, Josh Allen is really damn good, but his game really elevated when Stephon Diggs got there.
Exactly. Daniel Jones ain't had no Stephon Diggs.
He ain't got no Stephon Diggs.
So, that's a wash. How much better you think Danny would be if he could just lock in on one receiver and throw the ball no matter what? Look at Jared Goff. Look how good Jared Goff looks with Amon St. Brown out there.
Dude's a beast.
I wonder what Jared Goff will look like if Amon St. Brown got hurt. God forbid. Let me knock on wood. You need that receiver, man. You need him. Cowboys. What you thinking, Pizzle? We favored by 1.
Is that what the line is right now?
I thought we opened up as a 2.5 point favorite, but I think
it's down to 1.
Down to 1. I mean, I can double check, but I think
no. Yeah, check for me on that. Well, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right. Um, you know, it really feels like, first of all, I think the last several years has been so bad that it's hard to have like major crazy confidence in the Giants because of what's happened the last several years. But I'm starting to gain that confidence back that they can do anything that they want to do. Because when you see these games that they've played, and you see the Cowboys got lucky as hell against the Bengals, man. They damn near was almost 0-2. And so to me, man, I ain't scared of the Cowboys offense. I ain't scared of Zeke. I ain't scared of CD Lamb. I ain't scared of Cooper Rush. I actually think if we get our pass rushers back, our defense is going to be even better Monday night than it already has been.
They're looking like they're gonna play.
I mean, I think they're going to play. I think Kayvon for sure will play. It really comes down to the pass rush, in my opinion, the pass rush of the Cowboys and how much they affect the Giants offense. That's really all it comes down to me. Because if we slow their pass rush down, I think we're going to be able to run against them. Leonard Fournette tore their ass up. He tore their ass up, and if he tore their ass, I know Saquon can. I know the Giants are going to be able to run on them, but it all comes down to can they hold up? Can our O line hold up? Protect Danny to be able to make those plays. It's a huge ass game. Either way you look at it, it's a huge ass game. It would be nice if we could get this one, Fizz. I mean, these NFC East games are important. We got to get as many as we can. Got to.
Um,
But I mean, you listen to the Cowboy fans, it's like Michael Parsons is gonna take over the whole game. It don't matter.
Michael Parsons ain't doing shit. We got the best left tackle in the league, and Evan. And my thing is, uh, I don't think he's just gonna destroy Evan Neal. He ain't getting
No,
past Andrew
he ain't
Thomas.
gonna destroy him.
You know what I'm saying? But I
This
think
fucking man, dumbass Mark Holmes made a video talking about how Brian Burns got a sack off of Evan Neal twice on Sunday, and then he said after he said that he said Brian Burns who? Brian Burns is a motherfucking first round draft pick, if I'm not mistaken.
now Brian Burns is a good ass player.
He's a good ass player. So then you hear some stupid shit like that, and you're like, man, this guy's an idiot, man. But like, I get it. Like Michael Parsons is good. I understand that. But you think the Giants, like that's the one thing I've really been impressed with the Giants in the first 2 weeks. It's like the coaches actually are coaching. It's like they actually have a game plan. We never had a game plan with Joe Judge, man. Martindale, our defense, it looked like we was going to struggle with McCaffrey coming out of the backfield. What does he do? He puts safeties at the linebacker position. He's got Xavier McKinney and Julian Love in the box. He's got Belton playing deep. He made adjustments. Our defense looked different than it did the first week, but it still looked good. He's making coaching adjustments, and I know this offense is going to make coaching adjustments to not allow Micah Parsons to wreck the damn game.
Exactly. And I also feel like, man, you know what? I trust Danny. I'm not. I don't care who we got a receiver. I think Danny will make the plays that needs to be made, and if it's a close game, he'll clutch it out like he normally does. But there's a piece of me that feels like Danny is due for a good game. I feel like he's due. Danny doesn't normally go too long without having like a upside game. So if he doesn't set fire to the Cowboys on Monday, then he'll set fire to the Bears. Daniel Jones, his good game is coming. He's due.
I saw this stat, Fisk, and someone could correct me in the chat. I think I saw this correctly that Daniel in primetime games is 0-5.
Well,
Now
at least
I don't I
not
don't
be
I don't
one
bl-
and five.
I don't blame that all on him. I mean, I know for sure that Eagle game that Evan Ingram dropped that pass should have been a win. No, that was a primetime game. So I don't put all the blame on him, but I think he's 0-5 and
Slayton, don't you dare leave Slayton sorry ass out. He dropped that ball on a Thursday primetime game too.
He had the Bucks too in that Monday night game. He had
But
the he was
he had the Bucks beat, but they picked the flag up on the 2-point
yeah.
conversion. They did some sucker shit.
But I mean, like, it would
Two
be
of those
not. It
losses,
would just be nice to see him go on prime time, in front of the national, media and all everybody, and
but
see him
Pizzle,
ball out.
you are aware that here's what nobody wants to talk about, right? This is what this is what the media doesn't tell y'all. Remember what I opened the show about? Don't listen to the media and their stupid narratives on the Giants. You are aware that 3 of those 5 losses came to Tom Brady, right? Those three of Daniel Jones' primetime losses
Yes.
came to Brady. He lost to the
Yes.
GOAT. He lost to the GOAT his rookie season. He lost to the Patriots. That was in New England.
Yes.
Monday Night Football versus the Bucks. He lost to them.
Yes.
And then last year, Monday Night Football versus the Bucks. He's played Brady 3 straight seasons on primetime games and lost. And
Yeah.
then he had 2 drops versus the Washington and the Eagles, the Evan Ingram drop and the Slayton drop. So put the 0-5 in context. He lost 3 times to the GOAT,
Yeah. I
and
don't
then
think
his
it's. I don't think
sorry
it's a.
ass receivers can't catch.
I don't think that this is a Kirk Cousins situation.
No, this
I'm
ain't no
just saying.
Kirk Cousins
I'm just
situation.
saying he hasn't been able to shine on prime time, and I hope that he gets
No,
his
he
opportunity.
shined. Don't say that. He shined. He shined bright versus the Eagles and the Commanders.
He did. He did.
He
No, for sure
shined
the Eagle.
real bright.
For sure the Eagle game.
And for sure, the Commander game, he had 400 yards of total offense that game by himself. Don't forget that. It ain't his fault. Bum ass 86 can't catch.
Hey, maybe Slayton gonna ball out on Monday night.
Slayton gonna ball out in his living room. Shout out to Chiefs way. That practice squad player did have 3 receptions in a professional football game. That's cute. What you want, a cookie? You want a cookie?
Who's he calling that practice squad player?
Probably Sills, because I know Richie James had like 5, so he must be talking about Sills.
Okay.
I mean, would you want a cookie? I mean, that's cute. Okay, fine. So
Yeah, you want $1?
yeah, what you want? I mean, I don't know where he going with that. Like, so how about we get Pat? You said Chiefs way. How about we go get Patrick Mahomes Sills and you give us Juju or something? How about that? You know what I'm saying? How about that? So I mean, I think Danny has a big game. I think Saquon has a big game, and I think we actually win convincingly versus the Cowboys because you got Wink Martindale versus Cooper Rush. Put that in context. We got Wink Martindale versus Cooper Rush. Put that in context. So I expect him to throw like 2 picks. Probably gonna get sacked like 3 or 4 times. That's gonna be a debacle. So, and then it's only a matter of time before this offense start clicking. I don't know what Kenny Golladay is gonna do because I who the hell knows? Like who the hell knows? I personally just think we should
Hey,
send him home.
I hope that guy. I mean, if he plays, I hope he balls out. I do.
I
I mean,
hope we
I
send him
don't
home.
want to see Galladay fail. I really don't. But I just think I ain't counting on it.
And I like I said, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But
Something
i-
going on.
if it's that bad, just send them home. If Dable's not gonna play him, send him home. Don't bench the guy. Like that's just y'all gave Judge shit when he did this to players. Keep that same energy for Dable. Remember when he emasculated uh Golden Tate? Relegated Golden Tate to wearing a red jersey at practice and catching footballs and shit. Oh yeah, Joe Judge being a hard
Yeah,
ass
but
and
Joe Judge never had a winning record.
the hell is I mean, yeah, but Dable, I mean, it's 2 games. I just feel like if you're not, don't embarrass the guy, just send him home. If you're
Let me
not gonna
ask you
play
this.
him,
Let me
send him
ask you
home.
if Galladay doesn't hardly play on Monday night
He's done.
And the Giants win, is it fair to say Dable's right about this?
No, that just means Daniel Jones is making plays.
Okay.
No, just send Golladay home. If you're not gonna play him on Monday Night Football, but the world watching, send him home. Just send him home, bro. Period. Just send him home. Like if you're not gonna play him, just send him home. Don't embarrass the dude because at that point, you look. All I'm gonna say is this: we're winning, so he gets a pass. But these same media members who are slurping Dable right now, the same fans who are slurping Dable right now, they slurped Joe Judge a year ago. Joe Judge could have ran for mayor of New York prior to the 2021 season, and they turned on him quick. So I just think Dable should just remember that these fans are not loyal. These beat reporters are not loyal. They will turn their back on you in a New York minute. There's no loyalty. There's no smiles and Hallmark cards when you losing. Dable getting away with murder right now because he winning. But try and go to the podium and say we're playing David Sills over Golladay and Tony because he practices better and we on a 3-game losing streak. How y'all think that's gonna sound then? If we was 0-2 and he said that, how would y'all took it? Curious. Don't accept anything in a win that you wouldn't accept in a loss. Period. So
I will say this: if for whatever reason the Giants were to lose their next two games, Dable gonna be in some. They gonna
yeah,
they
because
gonna
then
be
they're
some
gonna start
shit.
asking them the questions that they should be
Yeah,
asking him now.
they gonna ask some questions.
They're gonna ask some questions. And you know another question they're gonna ask him, why aren't you calling the plays? How much longer before you call the plays? Ain't that why we brought you here? I'm still waiting on that question because Kafka, his first halves have been horrible. Kafka's first halves have been deplorable. So, just throwing it out there. How much longer before Dable, if we start losing and we can't put points up in the first half, how much longer before the media start asking Dable why he ain't calling plays? Because Kafka play calling ain't been the best. Just throwing it out there. Or the wide receiver motions. We went from an offense that never motioned to an offense that motioned too damn much. Freaking, we in a red zone, or we trying to run the ball, and we got wide receivers crossing the field. Man, just run the ball, bro. Put a fullback or tight end in front of Saquon. Run the damn ball. We don't need wide receivers motioning across the field and shit to run it. It bothers me. That shit only worked for McVay and Shanahan. Like, stop doing unnecessary shit. What's your
Yeah,
final
I mean,
score?
I was trying to think what I wanted to say to that, and I was like, I will say this. Here, I'm gonna say this, Fist, and this is why I knew that we would do a good, have be good to have a podcast together because we're not always going to see eye to eye, which is fine. I think that's a good thing, and I ain't gonna sit here and you ain't gonna sit there and just agree with everything I say, and I'm not gonna sit here and agree with everything you say. That's one thing I can't stand about some people's content that they
Shows,
put out
yeah.
there in their shows that they just sit there and they just agree with each other for 2-3 hours or however long they go. And the thing is like it's good to have a different opinion than somebody. I don't necessarily see your opinion as you see it, and I don't think you see it as I see it. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm interested to see how this is going to play out.
This is fascinating.
It is
It's so
fascinating. I'll be
fascinating.
honest because again, like I said at the start of the show, the Giants finally have some success. They're 2-0. We got a winning record. Shit should be perfect right now for the first time in a long time, yet it is not. There's drama. There's drama. And it's like, shit, man, can't we have something nice once in a while? Like
Mm-hmm.
so, and I agree. And look, I'll give you credit on this because you got a guy out here getting a big piece of the pie. He should be, you know,
Go earn that check.
should be earning that check.
Go earn that check. And
But
I agree
he
with
ain't
Golladay
he
when
ain't
he said that too. I agree with that. He should
and
be
I
playing regardless.
and that quote, I I don't think Galladay's wrong. Because it's like, hey, you paying me this, I should be out there. But Dable as a first-time head coach, first time this is his, and he's having some success. Be honest, because his team is 2-0. He's pushing buttons that he thinks is working, but it can backfire, and we're gonna find out. Because I'm gonna tell you something about Giant fans. Everything you can win, you can win. But if you go out on prime time against your rival like the Dallas Cowboys and they fuck you up, Giant fans ain't gonna like
Shit,
that.
not even a little. Especially right now, as excited as Giants fans are. Nah, don't ruin that
Yeah,
experience.
don't ruin that because they gonna start acting like children, real
Yeah,
quick.
because like I said, Joe Judge could have ran for mayor going into the 2021
Yep,
season, and look how
yep.
that turned out.
That turned fast,
Real fast. I
real
ain't never
fast.
seen a coach go from love to hate it so fast before in my life.
So that's the thing too is like I mean Dable they could turn on him at any moment. So I mean
Hmm.
he's pushing these buttons and I hope it works out. I do. But I actually hope it works out for Golladay and Tony and all these dudes because at the end of the day, I think we're gonna have to need at least one of them. At least one of them, Fist. Like
Oh
we
no, we
gotta
definitely
have.
gonna need it because I'm telling you, y'all really think Sills and Richie James gonna go out there versus Dallas's defense and get shit done? Stop.
That's why I think. That's why I
Stop.
kind of think that this game against the Cowboys is going to be a low scoring game. I think it's going to be a low
Yeah,
scoring game,
maybe.
Fist.
But here's the thing, though. The reason why I don't think it's gonna be a low scoring game is because uh, I really do think Wink Martindale is gonna force that Cooper Rush kid into a couple turnovers. It just
Yeah,
I think we're gonna. I'll say 24-17.
he
I
may.
don't think.
Hey, they made Baker look a little stupid.
I'm gonna say 24-10. I don't think they can get 17 on us. I'm gonna say 24-10.
I'm thinking like
24-13. I'll say
I'm
twenty-four
thinking
thirteen.
I'm
24-13.
thinking like 16-10, but yeah, I
Oh
think that's
hell
kind of.
no.
I'm
Nah.
thinking 16-10.
Between Daniel Jones guaranteed turnover and Cooper Rush's guaranteed 2 turnovers, that's nah.
I mean, Daniel, like,
He
well, I mean,
tried to
here,
turn
hey,
the ball
like,
over on
hey,
Sunday.
well, I was gonna say
He
that the two
tried.
the two games that he's played so far this year, he has had in both games he's thrown at least one pass that was like, what the hell was that?
Exactly.
So I mean, the odds are he's gonna have a pass Monday night is like, what the hell was that?
And then, freaking I'm gonna go out on a limb. I say 24-13. I think Giants win 24-13.
I mean, I really believe that the Giants are winning this game.
We're
I
due
do.
for a good game
Yeah,
offensively.
we're due
That's
for
gonna happen inevitably.
we're gonna pop at some point.
Yeah, at some point the offense is gonna click.
And I think Saquon is gonna have a good game too. I think Saquon could have a good game. Which if he
I
has a
don't
good
I
game, I
don't
think
think
Daniel
so.
could have a good game.
You know why I think Saquon's not gonna have many good games? We don't have any receivers. So what's happening
Oh yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. Well, they're gonna
they're
box.
loading up the box on Saquon, which is why he couldn't get loose versus Carolina. If you go back and watch the Carolina game, they're not respecting our receivers. So they're shooting the gaps. They're running to go get Saquon. If you
Yep.
watch the game, it was all eyes on Saquon. They showed the receivers no respect because we don't have any. Or let me rephrase that. They weren't playing. The receivers that you would remotely fear weren't playing. So when you play the Giants and you got Sills, Shepard, and Richie James out there, they're gonna run blitzes all game. They're gonna load the box. They're gonna run blitzes all game, and they're gonna dare Daniel Jones to beat them with the receivers. That's just how it is. Because here's the thing: Giants fans may feel a certain way about Golladay, but you really think they're gonna leave Golladay on the island? If you the defensive coordinator on the other team, you like shit. Tony on that side, Golladay on that side. Let me keep these safeties back just in case. Just in case.
Well, that's why I'm saying we need at least one of them.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like y'all can't. I'm not gonna predict many big Saquon games until I see what these receivers look like because our offensive line ain't good enough to just run on 8 and 9 man fronts. It's just not good enough. It's good. It's good in pass protection, You know what I'm saying? I think the offensive line has been good. I just think Danny is holding on to the ball too damn long. But yeah, I think we'll be fine. All in all, I think we'll be fine.
I do too. And I'm not. I actually think that it's a good thing that the Cowboys won against the Bengals because it makes you. I think it makes the Giants to the point where like we're not going to look past Cooper Rush because they've shown that they can win with him because obviously the Minnesota game last year they beat Minnesota with Cooper Rush and they've obviously beat the Bengals with Cooper Rush. And so like the Giants are like, hey, we can't just lay an egg to this team. And so I think they're still going to be fully focused and still play well. I know our defense is going to play well, Fizz. I know they're going to play well. And if we get a pass rush with we haven't even had a pass rush the first 2 weeks. Not one bit of pass rush. If we get a pass rush with this defense, the way that our secondary players are playing right now, like man, this defense is only going to get better.
Agreed.
Like it's crazy to think it like the Giants might legitimately have a championship defense. They legitimately might have that.
I did a video on it yesterday.
And by the way, how about the Ravens who lost Martindale? They got like the worst defense in the league. They're like ranked
Yup.
32 in the league right now.
Yup. That's what he get. He shouldn't have fired him. Well, yeah, I'm
Crazy.
glad he fired him because now we got him.
Yeah,
But
we got him. But dude, our defense been great.
shout out to Tito. Hey, I respect the channel, but my question is what y'all gonna do with the Eagles? Y'all don't have enough. Hurts is arriving and we ain't
Oh my
clicking yet.
god.
Ain't nobody think about stop. Ain't nobody think about the damn Eagles. Come on, man.
First of all, let
Stop.
me let me let me talk. Let me talk to him. First of all, the Giants don't even play the Eagles until week 14, until December. Second weekend in December at least. I mean, there's so much that's going to happen between now and then. We don't know what the Eagles are going to be. We don't even know what the Giants are going to be in December. So it's like we ain't playing the Eagles next week. Fucking
And on top of that,
second week in December, and then the last week of the season.
Wink's not gonna sit in soft zone coverage and let Jalen Hurts just throw balls on him all game. He's not gonna Jalen Hurts looked good because Minnesota allowed him to look good. Wink Martindale not going to just sit there and cover two soft zone and let Jalen Hurts do whatever the hell he want to do. Like that's not going down versus us. So
Laura Brunson happy as hell right now, ain't he?
yeah, they all doing backflips right now. I
Yeah.
mean,
Hurt
they got
season.
they got a lot of lot of good energy over there. But my thing is when the rubber needs to meet the road, I trust Daniel Jones more than I trust Hurts. So
Oh, Hurts. I mean, first of all, the Lions defense ain't no good. It ain't all that.
and defense Minnesota. Yeah,
And
act like
honestly,
Christian Watson
honestly,
went
I
wide open.
honestly, I here. You know what? Don't talk to me about the Eagles until I see what they do against Washington.
I want to see them play a good team in general.
I know, but I'm just saying. I think that Washington game is sneaky for them.
I actually think Wentz
I
gonna
don't think
light
it's
it. I
that
think
easy
Wentz
for
gonna
them.
light them up. They're gonna
No,
be sick. I think Wentz gonna set fire to that
I
team.
mean, Wentz coming for that ass.
Yeah, I think Wentz gonna set fire to that Eagle defense. That's gonna be funny.
And listen, before you say, hey, Pizzle don't know what he's talking about. Last 2 weeks in a row, Fisk, on this channel, I gave 2 winning bet picks, spread picks. You,
What's this week's?
you remember
Because
last week? Okay, first week I gave you the Texans. They covered. They tied with the Colts.
they
What I give you?
certainly did.
What I give you last week? You remember
You
what I gave you last week?
told us to pick them Jets.
Yeah. Guess what? Jets won the fucking game outright.
Most certainly did.
Outright winner. This week, I don't know. Come back to me, Fizz.
All right, because I'm 2-0, and I'm 2-0 betting on the Giants. I'm gonna go to 3-0 betting on the Giants. My pick of the week is Giants -1.
You know what? I really want to take Washington. I really, really do. I
Mm-hmm.
really, really do, but I'm not going to. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Give me the Colts at home.
Ooh.
Get plus points against the
Ooh.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Ooh.
Give me
Okay,
the Colts.
Pizzle.
I'll take the Colts at home getting points.
Pizzle OG triple OG status
Yeah.
with his bets. Pizzle take the bets that you got. Pizzle take the bets that you just give to the window and just walk away. You give it. You
You
hit
put it,
submit and
you
you close the
gotta
computer.
you gotta put a ski mask on.
Yeah, Pizzle make the bets that Pizzle does the right thing, but y'all don't understand how hard it is to do the right thing.
Yeah.
The right thing is to bet the Colts. That's the right thing to do.
Don't
It is.
question me. Don't nobody in the comment question me till I lose the game.
It's the right thing to do. If depending on how long you've been betting games, right? See, Pizzle been betting football for like 15, 20 years.
Long time.
So what Pizzle is doing, I'm gonna give y'all a little gem right quick because y'all might not understand what Pizzle's doing. This is especially a lot of y'all are in New York. Sports betting just got legal, so y'all just now trying to get y'all Ace Rothstein on. What Pizzle is doing is the old fashioned take the bet, getting the best of it. He's getting the best of a bad stock. So the Colts, let me tell you what Pizzle's doing. The Colts were the favorite to win the AFC South by a mile. This is a team that was predicted to win over 10 games, right, Pizzle?
Mm-hmm.
They got out to a bad start.
Mm-hmm.
So now instead of being a 3-point or 2-point home dog to Patrick Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
they're a 7-point dog.
Mm-hmm.
So what Pizzle is doing is getting the best of a bad stock. It's a good stock, but it's at its lowest. So Pizzle is buying really, really low
Sell
on
high.
a good stock. He's selling high. Yeah. This is sports betting 101. This is how you win time and time again. You have to bet bad teams.
You
So
got to take things that nobody else wants to do.
ding, 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 ding. So what Pizzle is doing is sticking to his preseason guns. The Colts should be better than what they are, and they are better than what they showed. So Pizzle is getting the AFC South champion as a home dog by a touchdown. Pizzle's getting a team that's going to play their ass off, that is playing for their season, versus the most public team in the league right now, Patrick Mahomes Chiefs. This, what Pizzle's doing, is betting the game that Vegas builds casinos on. Because the Chiefs are going to be everybody's teaser. The Chiefs are going to be in everybody's parlay. And they're probably going to lose the game outright. Would not shock me if the Colts beat them outright. Not just cover the spread, but beat them outright. The Chiefs are the teaser killer this week. This is a gem for y'all. So don't question Kyle Pizzle right now. Respect this man. Because he's betting the teaser killer. This is the teaser killer.
And thank me next Wednesday night.
Thank them next Wednesday. If the Colts don't cover this spread, then they're toast. This is their season. I'm gonna say this: if the Colts don't cover the spread, the Colts go out sad on Sunday. Frank Reich's going by Halloween.
For sure.
This is Matt Ryan's career. This is Frank Reich's job. This is their last stand. This is the best game that you're gonna get out of the Colts. This is it. This is when you want to bet.
Yeah, it really is. This is the time. It ain't gonna get no better than this.
So
it ain't gonna get no better than this.
What else do y'all want? Like you're not gonna get a better show than this. Y'all not getting a better Giants show.
We literally gave them Giants content, and now we making them money.
Yeah, people got to pay for that insight.
We literally just make
insight
them money
like that for free. We gave them that for free.
Like they should be running to whatever sports book they got and pounding these bets.
And here's the thing, too, Pizzle. It's not that we're just giving them the bets. We broke down to them.
We educated.
They could take what we just told them, and they can use that baseball. They can use it in basketball. They could go
tell their friend that too, and they would look smart.
You know who else is a good team that you should bet on in the same situation? The Bengals. They're 0-2. This the best you're gonna get out of the Bengals. The best game you're gonna get. Yeah, I got it.
Emotional win for that Jets team too.
Oh yeah, they're good. Oh, you want to talk about letdown city on deck? Please. Oh yeah,
Could be a
letdown city
letdown.
for the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta look. I learned. I want to say 12 years ago, what toughened me up was basketball. I learned a lot of this betting basketball, but it all applies to football. It applies to baseball. Handicapping and being a successful sports bettor has a hell of a lot more to do with feel, understanding situation, and handicapping personalities than it does analytics. If you just follow analytics, you will not be a successful sports bettor. You have to know the market. You have to know why teams are favored and why teams are underdog. You have to know value. You have to understand value in sports betting, or you won't win. We ain't talking about props. It's a completely different ball game. We're talking about beating the spread.
That's that fantasy shit.
Yeah, it's the fantasy shit. You will not beat the spread if you don't understand why the line is the line. It's more to it than team A is better than team B. More goes into it than that. But we at 90 minutes, Pizzle.
That's good shit. Hey, I'm glad I liked our discussion about Golladay, and like you said, it's really interesting where this goes. It's really interesting. Like, I mean, it really is. And so hopefully the Giants do their thing on Monday night. Can't wait. Can't wait for us to talk about it. And yeah, we good to go, man. Good shit. Appreciate everybody coming on and listening to the show with us. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, this has been episode 11 of the Giants Outsiders. This will be on Apple, Spotify, Google, all that shit. This will be in podcast audio form tomorrow morning. So y'all make sure y'all pick your phones up. If y'all want to re-listen to it, make sure y'all do it on your cell phones. We up out of here. Y'all be safe. We love y'all. See you next week.